Yeah. Some of your things on you, I did what I had to do. Can't deal with that no more. I don't switch up on you. You can't be singing me blues like you're done in store with the sport. I'm so glad I changed on you. I did what I had to do. Don't want religion no more. Yeah, so glad I changed on you. I did what I had to do. Your lies had them holes. Oh, I had to change on you. I did what I had to do. You can't trick me no more. Your lies are just so see-through. Run around there, give away. Can't find us close to shit no more. I had to switch on you. I could just see right through your bullshit lies. The whole Babylon can't trick me out. Can I go pump and fake me out? I'm too smart, my friend, I is all about. Oh, you can't just fuck with me. I don't switch up on me. You tried to play me. For real. So I had to put the brakes on it. You know I had to stop that shit. I seen you was trying to be slick with the war. Dirty games that you play. Trying to make us fade away. Trying to put us to sleep so we don't fight the wars. See, so I had to change on you. I did what I had to do. I don't want your lies no more. I had to change on you. I did what I had to do. I don't want religion no more. I don't switch up on you. I see how you came us to. How you had the game us to. No more. You ain't gonna be gaming us. It's not in you we don't trust. We only trust in ourselves. Be ready for the war.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, should I get better? The answer is yes. And you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years.
We're gonna let folks jump on. So it's the last song, then we're gonna get started.
I get better. I get better. I get better. Yeah, I get better. I get better. Hot like Gucci sweater. I get better. Just so clever. I get better. I get better. Yeah, I get better. Just so clever. I get better. 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 Just too clever. Teaching for a long time. Teaching nothing but facts. Man, you must be out of your mind. I get better. I get better. I ain't walking leather. Just too clever. I get better. 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 I'm whole, hardcore. You can't stop it. No, it's stopping. No, it's stopping. No, it's blocking. Don't get on my topic. I'll go ahead and rock it. I get better. I get better. I get better. Watch the leather. Watch that leather. I get better. I put it together. I put it together. Ain't no fooling me, that third eye open. Going berserking. You're teaching that wrong things, but I get better. I get better. So hard than a cookie sweater. I get better. I ain't walking leather, but it gets you together. I get better. Been doing it for a long time. Teaching hard all the time. Going hard, doing live. I'm a top it, you top it. I get better, I get better. I rock it better, I get better, I get better. I wear leather, I get better, I get better. Focus work in the studio, she just so hard. I can fall like oh my. See, I get better, I get better, I get better, I get better, I get better. Put it all together, and you can stop it, 'cause the truth is so hard. The all I teach, the facts, everything else is waxy. I get better. I don't do no religious superstition. See, I get better, I get better, I get better. And I ain't walking on leather, I get better.
All right, y'all. Peace and love to everyone. Peace and love to everyone. I'm not gonna hold y'all long. It's not gonna be a long lesson. I'm trying not to make it long. I got to tend to what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, other things that I'm supposed to be doing. You know, important, obviously. So it was not easy getting to do this lesson. I was going to do it yesterday. Things happened, so I had to cancel it. And that's all fine, because sometimes duty calls, right? Sometimes you got responsibilities, so you got to take care of responsibility as well. You can't just be doing lives or anything else. Sorry, y'all. I just took a shower and freaking afterwards dumped a whole bunch of water on my head just because to make sure I won't be hot. So, of course, might be a little short-winded. Grand Rising. So, all right, let's get started though. But yeah, it was tough. We had to fight flies. I mean, I don't know where these flies is coming from. All I know is, man, that's crazy because sprayed both places. It did put a dent in them, but it didn't like put a dent in them. I know when I came back over to this place, and it came back in after sprayed and still. So yeah, I had to take a trip to the store to get more spray to get rid of the bugs, you know, the freaking flies. And I'm just like, man, I used probably half a can in here, and of course, had to do over there. So we got that done. So I'm finally able to do my live, but I can't be on it too long. It was a doozy. I mean, a doozy, y'all, just to even be able to get on today as far as, man, these flies are something else today. So we're making progress. Mr. The News got some good news. We're making progress, and we're going to, of course, let y'all see a video that, or at least some of it, that is going to prove something I told you, that the universe is in you. You are the universe. Everything is in you. You made everything just with a thought. We did it collectively. Okay? So for purposes to make sure y'all actually pay more attention to the video instead of me, because I really want y'all to learn what I'm talking about as far as making progress. We are now in 5D. We are in a different dimension. I was having a conversation, and the conversation was brought about, are we in another dimension? And we are in a different dimension. I think I might have said something about that on the last live. I'm not even sure if I did. But we are in a whole nother dimension. We are now in 5D. If you want to get Pacific, there's a gentleman online who's actually talking about specifically where we at. I think the brother says something like near Hades or something. I don't really know exactly what the brother said because I totally forgot exactly where he said we was at. So Remedy H is his name. So he said something about that. But the fact is, we are in 5D. We are in another dimension. Like I was telling y'all, the reality, every fabric of reality is changing. Your body's changing. I got video on that. I'm not gonna show that to you though, because your body's going from ether to ether crystal. That's another thing. We are, again, I told y'all, most powerful weapon ever in the universe. Literally, we is it. Can't nothing touch us. And these are why they didn't want us to know, obviously, the things that we have been learning. All right. And I'm gonna have to keep it short too because I'm running off just my battery. There's no sun ain't really outside to get any energy and run off the energy that I have right now. Which I can keep lights on all night if I want to, but I'm not gonna do that, obviously. And don't plan to be in here all night. So let's get this video started, y'all. Now, reality is that your body is changing. You are changing. Your body is going from ether to crystal ether, which is a stronger type of ether. You are now, everybody, our people are getting upgrades. Other people are, you can say being downgraded, but really what's happening to them is that they're going back to the original state. There's nothing that anybody can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. That's just what it is. But as far as our people goes, yes, your body is getting an upgrade. You are going to end up, because you're not supposed to breathe air, by the way, if you didn't know. Air is actually a gas. You can look this up. I'm not blowing smoke with your butt. I never do. Air is gas. We're not supposed to be breathing it. So obviously some things definitely happen for us to fall, for us to be able to even breathe that stuff. We're supposed to be breathing something else. And that's why the atmosphere is changing. Everything is changing. And that's why there are people who are complaining about the atmosphere changing. They're trying to say global warming and things like that is what they're trying to say, which we all know is bullshit. But they're going to keep playing that card. They also talking about disease X. Y'all know what disease X, all the folks have M's on their hand, palm of their hands. You are the X-Man. And they're talking about you. They're saying that you're the disease. If it wasn't clear already, they're saying that our people are the disease. Now, I'm going to face off of this. I want y'all to pay a lot of attention to the video. That's my main purpose. And then I'll interject when I feel I need to. Okay? Pay attention. We are in 5D. We're making progress. We can't stop yet, though. We got to keep going. We got to keep going hard. We got to fight like we never fought before. How you want it so bad? Like, how bad do you want it? That's how hard we got to fight. That's why they was telling us on the Matrix, the last one they made, the devil told you on the Matrix how bad you want it. You have to fight like you never fought before. He straight told you, because he's going to fight like he never fought before. He's not trying to let it just go. You know, this devil is the type of, if I can't have it, nobody can. That's his attitude. That's their daddy's attitude. That's their attitude. Okay? So you have to understand the type of beings and their pappies that we are seriously dealing with. We got to fight, and it is what it is. Freedom's not free, y'all. It never has been.
Watch it to the end. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
The shift is manifesting, y'all. Like, we have now ascended physically. Our physical realm is no longer 3D. It is 5D. And that's the only frequency that it will support right now. 5D and above. And I'm not even lying to y'all. If you are neglecting your spiritual health, your physical health is going to be affected. Period, point blank. There's no way to get around it. There's no way to cheat it. There's no way, none of that. We are being forced to evolve and ascend and do the work. And if you want to be hard-headed and you want to be, and you want to choose not to do that, you want to slack and you want to, do other things to serve that lower self. Because if you ain't serving your higher self, you're going to be serving your lower self, right? you're going to feel the effects of that physically. You're going to feel lazy. You're going to feel tired because you're not going to have energy because you're vibrating too low for the planet now. It's real. This is what everybody's been talking about, this shift that's happening. There is a new earth and we are existing on it right now. And if you are still vibrating low, especially for those of y'all who identify as a star seed or you identify yourself as a spiritually gifted or spiritually inclined person, and you choosing, because you have a responsibility here that you've placed on your higher self is placed on you, which is like you placing it on yourself basically, but you have a higher responsibility since you do have these gifts and these abilities and, you know, these perceptions. So, you know, you're going to feel it. And I know this personally because I've been feeling it. I'm not going to lie to y'all, be transparent with y'all. I haven't been doing the
work is stuff I was telling you, like practice. But we're going to get to that in a minute. But yeah, you chose to come here. You thought about this reality. You wanted to experience this shit. Okay. This was your concept, not the bad shit, but it ended up being in there, and it can't happen unless you allow it, because everything has to ask you. Remember that in the ether. Okay. Now, what else? You chose the role you was gonna play. You had to be a good role because you a good guy, so you had to pick a good guy side. It's just you had to say what role I was gonna pick, how hard my life was gonna be in this role, what position I was gonna play when it came down to the end of it. How long was I going to be staying? You took all that, you asked for it, you chose it, you wanted it, you made it. Be careful what you asked for. And now we hear a lot of folks ain't happy about it. But hey, now we about to be out of this shit if we stick with our program, not their program. Their program will get you be an android, a robot, a metal being that can get sucked up to the rear with a spaceship that's in the sky behind the sun right now. And then you have your so-called rapture, get eat up by the devil, or devils, I should say, which means enemies, plural. Devil means many enemies.
Work on myself the way that I need to. I've been slacking in a lot of different areas, a lot of different ways. You know, I had a routine for myself that was serving me very well, that was serving my higher self, you know, working out, fasting, you know, journaling, meditating, yoga, the whole nine. I've been slacking on all that. And I've been feeling that too. I haven't been eating things that I need to be eating, you know, and I've been feeling that. Just feeling low. And you're going to feel it physically now. It's not just spiritually. You're going to feel bad or have the guilty conscience, like, why did I do this? No, you're going to feel it physically. Like my body's been feeling very, very tired, super lazy. I'm not a lazy person at all. Like, that's nowhere in my character, if anybody knows me. But I've been feeling lazy. I haven't been having energy to sustain my life, y'all. It's real. This planet cannot sustain that type of life force anymore. You're going to feel the effects. You're going to have either headaches or aches, body aches, cramps, pain, stomach aches, abdominal pain, your gut, you know, you need to cleanse. You listen to your body because your body's alive and it's talking to you, just like this earth is. And if you're not vibrating, you got to be vibrating on at least the same frequency as Mother Earth, if not higher. That's the only way that you're going to truly have a pleasurable experience here. And the only way that you can vibrate that high is by doing the work. And all work doesn't feel like work. You know, sometimes the work is to just choose not to make a decision. You know, instead of, you know, ordering pizza for lunch, you decide to fast. Just that right there is getting on a higher frequency. It's self-control, it's self-discipline, and you're intentionally choosing to fast to serve your higher self. So just doing little stuff like that is the work. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional with everything that you do. You have to be calculated in everything that you do. If you just allow yourself to stay stagnant and to just be impulsive and just do things because you feel like it, you're not really thinking about the consequences that are coming with this, or you're not really considering how this is going.
Here's a little help for people that have a hard time fasting. Now, I can fast. I'm not particularly one who likes to fast, but I can. But I have noticed over the years, there's some days that I don't eat. And sometimes it's not because sometimes I don't have food on them days. And sometimes there'll be days where I really just don't have any food. But there'll be days when I actually do have food, which has helped me last, you know, as well during tough times, is that I had asked for help as far as, I was talking to my higher self, obviously, be able to fast. And there's some days I go one whole day, don't eat, don't be hungry. I look at food like that. I do want to eat that. But then I think to myself, I'm not even hungry though. So I just don't eat. And there's some days, obviously, it don't go that way. But yeah, even just for a day fasting, you try it, force yourself to do it for a day. You can eat the next day. It's serving your higher purpose. It's serving you, your higher self. It's serving the collective, because we are one in a higher state, to be very honest. We are one down here too. It's just a lot of us fall for that separatism, which is a trick of the devil, because there's no such thing when it comes to our people as Jim, Ray, and Sandy and Tom and all these names. Really, when you're actually looking at yourself, when you talk to one of our people, it's just another version of yourself. You're the one that decided, we all decided to do it, and the ether, which you call the black sun. Okay, people call it different names, but they blaspheme, they don't know, right? So you chose this, put yourself up in so many numbers. That's unlimited. You can call it Google. That's why they made Google, to do it in your face. They throw everything in your face. That's what they do, right? And they have to. So you really just looking and dealing with yourself. That's why it's important we treat our people with utmost respect, because you're disrespecting one of your own people, you're really disrespecting yourself. And that's important for us to learn. We all learning, we all trying to figure out how to deal with each other. We ain't dealt with each other in quite a while. We getting around to it. Now keep watching this video now. It's important. Now you learned that if you do not maintain a high energy, right? And this is advice. If you are young, you should be in the room by yourself, maintaining your energy when you meditate. That's young and single, of course. If you are not single, then you're supposed to be meditating. You can meditate by yourself. Nothing's wrong with that. And that still will help you. But it's a good idea to meditate with your partner too. All right. Everybody has to get on the same page. I mean, you want to exist. You want your partner to exist. You want your siblings to exist. We want all of them to exist, obviously. But the ones that are woke, you obviously want them to progress. So we definitely have to start this fasting, this meditation. We got to start practicing our abilities. But if you don't start these things, you're going to have pains. Your body's going to let you know, have abdominal problems. You're going to be stressed out. And you be thinking all these, there's tons of problems she already mentioned. Now, she went through a whole list, and she's still going, by the way. Now, if you don't take care of these things, your body's going to start breaking down. You will not be able to be in this body on 5D. We're in a whole nother dimension. We're in a whole nother realm now. We have made progress. You can't stop now. And now it's time for the kicking in gear, because the planet and the ether, I told you I was going to make the decision and say, I'm not going to wait on y'all no more. Y'all taking too long. And that's exactly what happened. Now we in this realm. You have survived up to this point to get there. Many are gone right now. Believe that. I have gotten calls about some folks who have passed. One person I knew when, you know what I'm saying, we became cool over the years. Yeah, I have a problem with him, and he passed. So that is tough, and I know his son, and his mother. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Man, a lot of folks, man, and it ain't done yet. We're going to see a lot more people just go. It's going to be sad, y'all. It's going to be a sad, sad couple of years. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to see a lot of false flags to distract you from getting ready like she's telling you to. And if your body start breaking down, you start having problems, you better start putting the work in, like seriously. Like, honestly, take your shoes off, take your socks off, put your feet in some grass, put your feet in some dirt, put your feet in some sand. Walk around a little bit. You want to walk around, no problem. Sit down with your feet on the ground, your feet barefooted, not on cement. And this isn't crazy talk. This is facts. The ground has energy. Level up. I'm giving y'all cheat codes.
Going to affect you or make you feel, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything, because that's where where we're at right now, it's real and it's happening in real time. So if you have been feeling low, you've been feeling off, you don't know why, your body feels weird, you've just been tired, you've been lazy, you've been sluggish, it's not for no reason. Okay, we have to connect to our heart chakras, and we have to do things that we actually want to do out of love for ourselves and for our lives. Not just that we feel like we have to do and we're forcing ourselves to do, but things that we actually want to do because we're moving in that love for our higher selves. So your heart chakra has to be open right now. Your crown chakra has to be open right now. All your chakras need to be open and unlocked and balanced, you know what I'm saying, right now, of course, but specifically that heart chakra, so that you can make sure that you're doing things out of love and that you're not steady forcing yourself to do things, because we as a people, as a consciousness, as a race of human beings, we've been forced to do so many things that we don't want to do for so many generations, that now that we are finally consciously evolving physically as well as spiritually, we don't want to do that shit no more. Our body, I mean, our spirits, our souls are tired. They're literally tired. You know how many souls have been recycled and came here and been slaved out and pimped out, and then we die and we come back into this damn realm because we didn't master ourselves enough. That's been happening for hundreds of years, y'all. Almost thousands of years, more years than we can even count, you know. And so now that we finally have evolved.
For over 6,000 years, that's been happening. I'll repeat it again. For over 6,000 years, that's been happening. Okay, that's only as long as the children have been here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. 6,000 years. Now, if you want to go further back, then you can go with a book. There's books talking about how their daddies ruled over this planet. The L, right, that they praise in church, and Mr. J, they praise in church. You know, all their buddies ruled. They ruled different parts of the planet for thousands and thousands of years. They have no problem letting you know how long they ruled. And they had their own kingdoms and everything. So you could probably say, you could take an educated guess, since they live for 100 and something, no, actually longer than that. Damn, like 500 years and some longer than that. So you can take an educated guess and triple the 6,000, and peace and love, family. And I guarantee you, man, this is crazy, bro. I told y'all they pimped. Didn't I tell you they pimped humanity? And I don't even want to say it like that because we're gonna hear they pimped us, right? We fought back. They came with spells. They admit to this because at first we were shooting missile rockets at it. They said, right? And they came back this time with spells and witchcraft, and they freaking bedazzled somehow our people. And then after they couldn't control us because we didn't want to do it, they made their own people in the Garden of Eden. Now, if you don't know that story and you think it's our story, then the other thing coming is it's not our story. That's also a trick. There was reptilians in the Garden of Eden. You can look this up. Man, please.
Oh, here in this realm, we have to learn how to get out of survival mode, and that's something that we have to learn collectively, individually, and as one. And so since the split is manifesting here physically more every single day, it's very imperative, y'all, that you take yourself serious, you take your life serious, and that you stay intentional with yourself, that you're moving in love for yourself, that you're really healing, doing this work on yourself so that you can have a pleasant experience here and really experience that.
When you see shit like this, you will say CGI, or you will say your government, Project Bluebeam.
Now, this was when I was telling you that now, I told y'all that, now this is when the planet and the atmosphere starts changing. I'm pointing at the screen, but of course you probably can't see that. There we go. This is the atmosphere is changing. I told y'all that I think a week or two ago, right? And I showed y'all this very same thing. It is changing. Now it has evolved and changed more, and it's going to keep on changing, right? It's time for you to get serious and really, really get serious, and I mean this, and start meditation. I'm going to show another video, and then I got to get going because I'm got to do what I'm supposed to be doing as well.
Consciousness is that you have a low tolerance for food. You may notice that you're not eating as much as you normally would. So like eating things that will lower your energy, you have a low tolerance for it. So like going out to McDonald's or eating fast food in general, you may notice yourself drinking more water and eating more fruits and vegetables. You probably don't have an interest in meat or any processed food. Another sign that you have shifted into 5D consciousness is that you're more in tune with nature. So like the animals is more attracted to you. The next sign is that you have no tolerance for drama. You're not trying to be around any low vibrational energy. You're not trying to be around anybody that has negative thoughts and try to pass their thoughts on to you. Anything that you think becomes your reality. So if you think highly of yourself, you think positively about yourself, your reality is most likely going to be positive. And if you think negatively about yourself, your reality is most likely going to become those negative thoughts, those low negative energies.
So what everybody needs to do is think positive about everything that they're doing, that is good, of course, and think positive about their family. Think positive about your relationships, your friendships, your marriages, everything. Think positive about your job. Think positive about your money. And if you do this, you're gonna see a change. Also, think positive thoughts like, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna make this much. Just speaking into existence. Matter of fact, thinking into existence. I've done it twice. I told you already, right? All you got to do is think it or speak into existence. You are the one that's painting the picture. You are the key player, right? You're the main player. The M stands for main player. The M stands for master mason, not the type mason they do. I'm talking about master builder, right? Master creator. M stands for X-Men. M stands for leadership, right? M stands for being militant. The M is what all these cartoons of superheroes and movies is about. It's all about you. And you got a job to leading these people, your people, and they got a job to do. For the ones that don't have the M on your hand, or some only have it on one hand, some have it on both. I got it on both, right? It's very important. And you've been here way too many damn times trying to complete this mission. And now finally, people are waking up off of the stuff that you've been saying, the stuff you've been remembering, right? After you forgot, I don't know how many umpteenth times, what you used to know. And now you remembered it now. So you have spewed it out, and folks have been taking it in and growing. So now our mission will be complete if we keep doing what we have to do. But you got to think positive. If you don't think positive, negative will happen. Law of attraction, people. Law of attraction. Also, what you put out is what you're going to get out. That's in everything. Okay? Now, this video is to prove a point. Pause. All right. That we are, and just use a face, the funny face. We are what they call space. It's in you. Everything is in you. Okay? You made everything with a thought. Like this is a dream state. This is a dream world. They call it the Matrix. Some call it a video game. Some call it a movie. Call it what you will. It is what it is.
Consciousness. And each one of us is an aperture through which the universe is looking. This is what's going on. The universe is observing us, which is remarkable. But nothing can finally observe us. Just as I explained, you can't bite your own teeth. You can't see your own head. So in the same way, the universe is never going to see itself perfectly. The whole of
Doesn't judge you. You judge yourself. The universe doesn't punish you. You punish yourself. The universe does not disconnect from you. You disconnect from it. All the universe does is respond to the energy you embody. It is like a wise mirror showing you the deepest truth. You are the universe. Once you know this at a deep level, you reclaim your power.
skin, it is further activated for us. Our melanin is communication. Our melanin is a complex network system of communication. And because all of the universe, because all of the multiverse has melanin in it, including the so-called outer space, it's how we're able to communicate with the entire universe because of it.
Right now, for the last 2,160 years, have been atomically composed of what is called carbon-12.
Now, I see a lot of folks putting the 666 up. It should be doing the 999. Okay. Now, the 666 can be used for bad and for good. Okay. I ain't talking about what it means as far as the bad stuff. I'm talking about it's a frequency that can be used for good and for bad. It was used for bad, obviously. But our frequency is higher than that. It's 999 beyond the 999th planet from the 999th dimension that you thought of and created with a thought, okay? And you're here because that's what you wanted to do. Now let's get back to the video.
Now this is when everybody like to say 666, right? And let me give y'all the signs if you don't know how carbon-12 is, because I say melanin is condensed sunlight all the time. Let me give y'all anatomically the formula of how melanin is condensed sunlight so that you can understand where carbon-7 is coming from. Rays from the sun come from outer space and they penetrate the atmosphere. And what happens is these rays come in contact with nitrogen 14 and nitrogen 12. Now, once these sun rays come in contact with nitrogen 14 and nitrogen 12, the nitrogen 14 and nitrogen 12, once combined with this electromagnetic, with the electromagnetic rays from the sun, combust and become carbon 14. So sunlight, melanin is not only condensed sunlight literally solidifies as it enters into the atmosphere and creates carbon-12. So 99.9% of all physical matter in the universe is carbon-12 because once nitrogen in all atmospheres comes in contact with sunlight, it condenses and combusts and becomes carbon-12. So now why is it important? The sun is heating up, all right? And the motherfucker.
We're gonna get to that why it's important in a second, but I just wanted to see if y'all caught that. Everything physical and the whole universes, because many universes, all right, and everything that you thought of and created, the ether created, okay, right? Some of y'all like to say, I don't even want to say it because yeah, it's not right. Some of y'all like to give something else a praise, not realizing what y'all doing, right? But the fact is, you are the ether is you, right? We're all one. Just might as well just understand that. But the ether, right, and everything that it created, if you want to say that too, okay, because you're still talking about yourself, all right, is what? Carbon based. If everything is carbon based, right, because that's what that 66 stands for. It stands for how it makes up carbon, just so you know. Like I said, can use for bad or explain for good. They use everything good for bad. So understand anything they use that was for bad, there was something good for it before it was bad. All right. Man, they reversed the game. It was super crazy. And then told you not, man, this is crazy. Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to stay on track because I'll have y'all all over the place. Right? All right. So that means that every planet, every so-called star, space, lower orbit, the earth, water, everything, because water's physical, everything is made of carbon. It's made out of you. You made everything out of you. Hold on, what? So you're everything? You're everywhere and nowhere? You're all over the place? You're everything. All the natural animals is carbon. All the natural ones that's really supposed to be here, because cows are not natural. If you didn't know, I found that out. We ain't got to talk about that right now, though. I probably ruined some of y'all. Hey, listen, you got to quit eating meat anyway. But anyways, carbon. So everything's you. Universe is you. The ether is you. Low orbit is you. This planet's part of you. Some of these animals, although they're not on your level, still is ether. Somehow they're part of you. They're not in this, they're not in the same category, but hey, what the hell? This is why we're supposed to be eating certain things and doing certain things. This is starting to make sense now, because it's like you're doing it to yourself. I know that sounds crazy and sick and perverted, but hey, man, we're dealing with someone who does anything he can to get you to do sick and perverted shit. So we all played the fool sometime, right? We all play the fool sometime. We all get tricked sometime. But now you know, so now you shouldn't get tricked no more, right? Right? Fool me once, that's your fault. You fool me twice, that makes it my fault, right?
Sun, I can't say this enough. It's hotter right now than it's ever been in recorded history. So that being said, what's happening is the photons from the sun, not a proton, because a lot of y'all think I'm saying proton. No, photons. Photons are pure light. Photons are matter and antimatter combined, which is only found on the tip end of a sun ray. So a photon is the purest form of light. So a photon would be like a motherfucking lightsaber if it was physical. So that being said, the photons from the sun are so motherfucking hot that as the sun rays are coming in contact with nitrogen now, it's a different frequency and a different density. So now the carbon is becoming radioactive. And radioactive just means when an atom is unstable. Now when an atom becomes unstable, in order to stabilize itself, it has to give away an electron. But the photons now are so hot, there's no chemical element in our atmosphere that can actually sustain that radiation. So in order for the atoms to become radioactive now, they have to give away the neutrons. So if you deal with chemistry, you know that that's motherfucking unheard of. You ain't that's like hearing about a motherfucking legs transforming where his arms is and his arms going where his goddamn legs. That's some unheard of shit. What's happening is carbon 12, which is 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, is giving away 5 neutrons just to be able to sustain itself and become non-radioactive. So what's happening is we're going from carbon 12 to what's chemically deemed carbon 7. Now carbon 7 is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 1 neutron. Now why is this important and why is this happening? Because the sun, as y'all hear me say over and over, is pulling the 9 planets around the galaxy. It takes us 24,920 years to travel through all 12 zodiac signs. We spent 2,160 years at each zodiac sign. Each zodiac sign is just a star system in a particular that forms a particular pattern that the sun travels through. And these stars, remember, each star is a sun. These suns are emitting electromagnetic waves, aka heat, upon our planet as we travel through. Now, the Aquarian age star system, or the zodiac known as Aquarius, that star spectrum is actually so hot that we have to be.
Now, you heard him say we spend X amount of years, a very long time, right? And just in one district, right? One reality. You can say that too, right? But we're not spending, not of late, we're not spending a whole bunch of years in one place. We have moved within months through a couple of different districts. Yeah. And now we in 5D. This is how fast the ether says, I'm not waiting no more. Y'all taking too long. It's go time. Big Mama is the ether, y'all. That's what the soldiers be talking about. When Mama say it's time to go, it's going to be time to go. Why? Because they have the same mind. It's pushing for us to elevate, to get to our higher selves, so it can make sure we get our abilities, but you have to do everything you're supposed to do, like we mentioned earlier.
At a lighter density to exist within it for the next 2,160 years. So remember, I told you, sunlight that comes into the atmosphere is nitrogen, and that becomes carbon. But it's no longer becoming carbon 12, it's becoming carbon 7. So what's happening is everything on the planet Earth is becoming atomically recomposed. So the age of Aquarius is what they call it, the age of spiritual enlightenment, the age of spirituality. Your Kundalini chakra system, your 7 main chakras, the lower 6 from your third eye and down. Because remember, your 7th chakra is your crown chakra, that's neutral. Your third eye and down, your 6 chakras are ruled by the left hemisphere of your body, which is electrons, aka feminine energy. The other half of the 6 chakras is ruled by your right side of your body, which is protons, which is masculine energy. So you have 6 electrons, 6 chakras. Half of the 6 chakras is ruled by electrons. Half of the other 6 chakras is ruled by protons. And then you have the one neutral chakra, which is crown chakra, which is a neutron. So carbon 7 is actually the physical molecular formula
for the spirit to be housed in a new biological system that we call the body. So when we talk about evolution, there is no evolution in the terms that motherfuckers think we come from monkeys. Evolution is predicated biologically upon light. Depending upon what spectrum of light you live in, your body will biologically recompose itself in order to fit that existence. Period. If you went to go live in the motherfucking, when we talk about giants and motherfuckers being on the earth, why we don't see that today? Because the air pressure is different. When motherfuckers want to talk about dinosaurs and shit like that, why nobody never say, damn, what was the oxygen level? Because if you go check the oxygen level millions of years ago, it was more dense. So shit was bigger. Now it's lighter. Shit is smaller. I'll give you an example. When my older cousin was in 8th grade, high schoolers looked like college students. They had beards, all kinds of shit. When I got to motherfucking 8th grade, high schoolers look like me. Now, high schoolers look like goddamn 5th graders. So why is this important? Because as generations and generations are coming out of the womb of our black women, they're coming out with more density in their DNA. Each DNA strand is activated by density of light. So for every one density level, you get 2 strands activated. This is why when I say the white man only has 2 strands of DNA, it's because he can't get past the first level of density. Okay, we have 24 strands of DNA in 12 pairs. So with that being said, right now, black people have a minimum of 10 strands available to them because we're being elevated into a 5th dimension. 5th dimension is what? An angle of light, another density level that we're getting from the air. What's the angle of light that you're away from? So when you get to winter, you're at the bottom of the sun. So the sunlight is not really hitting the majority of certain sections on the globe. So we experience 90 days of 33 and below weather, aka wintertime. So understand, every day your reality is just determined by mathematics and electromagnetics. You got to do the science, and your DNA is turned on or the fuck off depending upon how much light it is exposed to. You don't believe me? Look at plants. Do plants die? No. During the wintertime, they go to sleep or they become dormant, and when that light hit their ass, they wake the fuck up. Okay? And different plants grow different in different regions. Plants grow different in Alaska than they do in the tropical rainforest because they're exposed to a different degree of light. This is the same thing with DNA. Okay? So for the last 2,160 years, you could say we were plants in Alaska. Okay? We were coming through the Pisces. Now black people are going to become plants in the goddamn rainforest as we go through Aquarian age. And that's just the metaphor to show you grow biologically different, determined upon your exposure to light. Even when you got a motherfucking pet, okay? They tell you put the pet under this kind of light, infrared light. Because why? It grows better. It moves. Its activity is better. It believes it's in a natural environment. If you got a goddamn snake and you put a normal ass, whack ass light bulb in there, the snake not gonna grow in the fucking chain. So this shows you light governs genetics. You cannot be, see, when you talk about having a garden, what's the first thing you talk about? Water. Because ain't shit in no garden gonna come to life if you don't water it. When you talk about genetics and DNA and biology, what's the first thing that you need to even get that shit activated? Light. So water is for plants what electromagnetic light from the sun is to your DNA. When you can no longer conduct light, you die. So we're dealing with carbon-7. As the sun is heating up, there is no isotope in this atmosphere that we call Earth.
Now we're gonna get ready to end it on that note. But you heard him. The message basically is today is that if you don't level up, you ain't practicing by yourself and with your partner, with your family, with your siblings. If you ain't meditating with your family, with your siblings, with your partner, if you ain't you can do this one by yourself, but it's better you do it with somebody. If you ain't fasting, you're not leveling up, you're not trying to go, because you at 5D. Now it's time to keep going up. You trying to be at 5D, you trying to be stagnant, and you ain't trying to go past Hebrew Israelite and all this other bullshit, because it's all religion. I'm just being real. And here's the other thing, and some folks ain't gonna like, some folks will like this, but it's the truth, right? There's a video I was watching yesterday, right? And this is what I was talking, they playing men against women and women against men. They playing houses against each other and people against each other. and it's involved in the truth, right? All right. Now you have to be honest with yourself, make it make sense. Books tell you anybody that rule over you, we talking about over a group of people, right? Is not gonna do you right. It's been proven that that's been the truth. Been proven with our men, been proven even with our women. This is true. None of us can deny this, right? All right. So the gentleman, we'll see who's he talking about. I want to get straight to the point. All right. Then the devil's always trying to stop you when you got something that everybody need to hear. That's going to benefit everybody. I hate when he does that. All right. So it's Ether and me. I need your help, man. That's right. Yeah. All right. He was talking about how people are coming against each other. Boom. And not on purpose. And what's happening is that the man, and I ain't talking about their men, I ain't talking about their system, all right, because they have a patriarch system. That's their system. All right. Now, men on our side, we also have a patriarch system. Our system is different than from their system. People have to understand this. Our system is protect and to provide. That's what the patriarch, our system is supposed to be about. Their patriarch system is about invading people, freaking taking all this shit, enslaving them, raping them, all the nasty shit, P. Diddy, all that other shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to go into that. It is what it is. They do what they do. That's their patriarch system. All right. Their women on their side is trying to get their system back. And they should. However, their people are done. So it doesn't matter. But our people, our women, yes, should be trying to get your system back. Our men should be keeping our system too. Because what's happening is that now our women, and this is unfortunate and very sad, and their brothers, because this is how the brothers feel. The brothers have been feeling that the women don't want the patriarch system. But what the brothers have to understand, the women don't listen. If you have not heard that there's two different patriarch systems, then you just think it's one system. If that's not explained to you, then how do you know? So you can't get mad at them. All right. Which is why it's being explained now. Okay. And because the men, not their patriarch system, our people's patriarch system, it works with the matriarch system. The matriarchs make the rules. The matriarchs say what's best. We enforce it. We provide. We protect. You can't fly without both wings. It's a simple system. It's all simple. It's supposed to work simple. People not supposed to complicate it. Sometimes men complicate it. Sometimes women do complicate it, but men do complicate it. I have to say that because it's true. All right. Some men don't want to hear it, but it's true. Yeah, we gotta be honest with ourselves. All right. And if we keep on coming against each other, because we are bumping heads and it's not working, y'all, how are we gonna complete our mission? And right now we supposed to be working together to level up, working together, and that's from sibling to children to brothers to sons to daughters to grandfathers to grandmothers to brothers and sisters. I say that moms and dads, husbands, wives, cousins, uncles, aunts. You can just keep going. Use imagination on that. Okay, even friends, right? You're supposed to be working to go to a higher estate. And that's something we're supposed to do, because if we don't achieve this a higher state, your body will start letting you know. And if your body can't emit enough light, y'all, then you cease to exist. You die. Then you got to come back and do this shit all over again. Come on, y'all, that sucks. So let's get this thing going. right? There's a reason why they've been locking your people up. And matter of fact, when we're teaching another lesson, we're going to both these videos right where we left off at, so I can get into this better for y'all, so y'all can further understand it, just in case it's not fully understood or it's partially understood. And I do believe there's a lot you can learn from watching these full videos. All right. So with that said, I love all of y'all. But hold on. I don't want to be a party pooper. So, that is on. I won't be a party pooper. We're gonna play one song because I have to go do what I'm supposed to do. Come on, phone. All right, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna get it out the way. I think it already is. It is. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? One song only, and then it's gonna be time to end the rest of the news and the Lions Den show. Soon we'll have some people up here with me, like
At the
Brother
end of every day,
Roy.
you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, should I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be?
I get better. I get better. I get better. I get better. Yeah, I get better. I get better. High in a Gucci sweater. I get better. Just so clever. I get better. I get better. Yeah, I get better. Just so clever. I get better. 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 Just too clever. Teaching for a long time. Teaching nothing but facts. Yeah, you must be out of your mind. I get better. I get better. I ain't walking leather. Just too clever. I get better. 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 I'm whole, hardcore. You can't stop me. No way to stop me. No way to stop me. No way to block me. Don't get on my topic. I'll go ahead and rock it. I get better. I get better. I get better. Watch the leather. Watch that leather. I get better. I put it together. I put it together. And no fooling me, that third eye open, going berserking. You're teaching that wrong things, but I get better. I get better. So hard to the sweater. I get better. I ain't walking leather, but it gets yourself together. I get better. Been doing it for a long time. Teaching hard all the time. Going hard through life. I'm a mind. Can't stop it. You stop it. I get better. I get better. I rock it better. I get better. I get better. I wear leather. I get better. I get better. Go berserk in the studio. Teaching so hard. How you fall like oh my. See, I get better. 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 I put it all together. And you can stop it, the truth is so hard. That's all I teach, the facts, anything else is waxy. I get better. I don't do no religious superstition. See, I get better. I get better. I get better. And I ain't walking no leather. I get better. I get better.
Peace and love.
Trying to get the best of me.
Peace and love, y'all. Love all of y'all. Y'all have a good rest and have a good, safe trip on your travels tonight, because you know you travel every night. Yes, you do. You're multiple. You're multiple. You're everywhere. You're everywhere, man. You go everywhere. Some of y'all didn't even know it. That's right. High vibrations, one love. All right, y'all. Peace and love. I'm out. Till next time.